It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday in the Ozarks. We are waking up nice and mild this morning with temperatures near 60 degrees, and it's going to be a warm one. In fact, today we are going to be pushing high temperature records across the Ozarks. I have a high temp of 81 degrees in Springfield. Yeah, 81 degrees. It's early March. That's way above average for this time of the year. Much like yesterday, we'll have the south wind. We'll also have some sunshine, and we're starting at 60. So it's not that hard to warm up when you have such warm starting time temperatures. The big headline in the forecast today, though, is that storms arrive later this evening and tonight, and they could be strong to severe. We've got well above average temperatures to enjoy through the early part of the day, through the lunch hour. It's really tonight that we have to start looking for some of those severe weather hazards. And I think multiple threats will be possible in the Ozarks, and it's a huge portion of the country that's expecting some of this severe activity. So this stretches all the way from South Texas back up through Oklahoma, ports of Arkansas, of course, us here in the Ozarks, as well as portions of Oklahoma and Kansas, clear up through the state of Illinois, Indiana, and all the way to the Great Lakes. That's who's expected severe weather today. It's a very potent cold front that's going to be sweeping across much of the country. With it, it will bring cooler weather behind it. However, before that gets here, we have some rain and storms to talk about. Potentially heavy rain here too. In fact, I have rain ongoing this evening, tonight, and then again on Wednesday morning. Widespread showers and thunderstorms are expected, and there could be some areas that get some heavier rainfall, and it's occurring on top of already saturated ground. This will lead to some localized flooding concerns. Overall, I'm thinking rainfall totals will be anywhere from a half inch of rain to an inch and a half of rain. But localized amounts could be a little bit higher, and even that is too much with the saturated ground that we are seeing. So remain weather aware. Not only do we have a risk for flooding, I think there's also a risk for high winds and some severe weather as this storm passes through. The key message here is that potential for strong to severe storms is going to develop late this afternoon through tomorrow morning, and the greatest potential is going to be focused along this line of storms that comes through tonight. The primary hazard will be for damaging winds and flooding, as I mentioned, but there's at least some risk for large hail as well as some tornadic activity. And this risk does exist for all of the Ozarks. Higher severe storm chances are possible north of the region for the central part of the state up into northern Missouri, all the way into portions of Illinois. Now, once we get to Wednesday, there will be some lingering rainfall behind this system, but cooler weather is then going to greet us for the rest of the week, and then I'm expecting a gradual warming trend as we get closer to the weekend. Around the country, here's what's making headlines in the national news. We have severe weather and flash flooding for much of the Midwest and South Central Plains. Of course, and active weather happening for the Pacific Northwest into the Northern Rockies. You'll also hear about that in national news. All right, here's a look at that around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. The question is, what is the only fruit that has its seeds on the outside? And the options that I have for you today are A, the raspberry, B, the pineapple, C, the strawberry, or D, kiwi. And the answer is C, strawberry. Botanically, strawberries are unique. The seeds that you see on the outside are actually tiny fruits called acnes. I think that's how you say it. Each one containing a seed. The red fleshy part is the enlarged receptacle, not the fruit itself. Raspberries and blackberries have seeds inside, and pineapples and kiwis have internal seeds too. Strawberry, the rebel here, and it is the winner today. So congrats if C was your guess. Here's your trivia question for tomorrow. Which animal has 3 hearts? Do you think it is A, the squid, B, the octopus, C, the cuttlefish, or D, the nautilus? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Thank you so much for listening today. Enjoy the warm weather, 80 degrees before severe storms arrive. Timing wise, I'm thinking this is very late tonight, likely after 7 p.m. We'll see a line of storms come through here with severe hazards. So make sure you have a way to get your watches and warnings. I'll be tracking it here, and you can always check the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe. We'll chat again tomorrow morning.